Hey everyone, what is going on? So we are doing more Nightmare Cup battles using some of, I guess, my favorite Pokemon. I'm not really too sure. This is a rock, paper, scissors format. I feel like you almost need a dark, psychic, and fighting type as your three Pokemon on your team. I don't know, it's pretty interesting, but we both begin with Alolan Raticates. Now I 100% did not expect that Hyper Beam, so I did not block that. Had I expected Hyper Beam, I probably would have blocked it, but yeah, I didn't think Hyper Beam was coming at all. So good play on my opponent's end. He brings in Slowking. I'm going to bring in my Skunk Tank. He switches out to Shiny Umbreon. Now, Umbreon is really bulky, so it is a good Pokemon this format. Unfortunately, I don't have one with Last Resort. I would like one. I don't have one for the Great League. I'm using my Skunk Tank, one of my favorite Pokemon. Loved it for the Twilight Cup, and I love it for this cup as well. So, just going to town on that Umbreon. He gets off his move. I'm going to go ahead and block that just because it probably would have knocked me out. If not, he would have knocked me out with his fast moves. But yeah, so just trying to beat up his Umbreon, block his foul play again. So yeah, we do go ahead and knock out his shiny Umbreon in time to get off a charge move, which is going to be Flamethrower. I know he would block it, didn't matter on the move, and then he goes ahead and knocks me out. He actually has his charge move ready, Psychic, so of course that's going to knock out Toxicroak. So good game to my opponent. Slowking definitely beats me that game. So we're going to go ahead and jump into another battle, both beginning with Alolan Raticates again. Just going to town right now, and of course, because I know he has Hyper Fang, I'm going to, not Hyper Fang, Hyper Beam. I'm going to get off my Hyper Fang first, and he goes ahead and uses his move. I do go ahead and block it, thinking he would bluff the shield. He does actually bluff it, so good call on his end. I decided it wasn't worth the risk at that point anyway, so that's why I blocked it. But anyway, we do go ahead and knock out his Alolan Raticate, so kind of have an advantage because we knocked out a Pokemon, but yet he took a shield of ours. We do go get Hyper Fang off, and he blocks it, so we're taking a shield of his. So I have Skunk Tank and Alolan Muck in the back. Love both of them, love using them. That Flamethrower does a lot of damage, so really powerful. Definitely a strong Pokemon to use in the Nightmare Cup. I love all three of them. Skunk Tank, Alolan Muck, and Drapion. All three of them. I feel like some people might even have all three of them on their team, myself included. I don't know yet, guys. I don't know. But anyway, he knocks out Skunk Tank, so we do bring in that Alolan Muck. Now I have Gunk Shot on mine right now, and Poison Jab. I actually do switch it later on to Snarl and to Acid Spray. Let me know what moveset you like better. Acid Spray does guarantee the defense to be lowered, so I do like that. Anyway, we get off the Dark Pulse and finish off that Slowking, so we do go ahead and take game 2. And that is a good game. That is a good game. So we're going to go ahead and jump into the third match of this video. And for this one, we begin with Lucario. I don't think it's the greatest fighting type this format, but, you know, it's a decent one. But he does bring in his Hitmonchan. We get off Power Up Punch. He's going to go ahead and block that. And we decided to block this as well because we thought, or at least I thought I would be able to get off a lot more damage on him. Didn't take him out. Didn't think I would. That's okay. We knock out Hitmonchan right now. And he brings in Alolan Raticate. We do use that Sludge Bomb, trying to do a lot of damage to it, and it does do a good amount of damage, so I'm happy with that. He uses his move. I was thinking Hyper Fang, but I decided not to block, and he takes me out, so what can you do? So we take him out with Alolan Muck, and he brings in his Slowking. So we have that Dark Pulse ready to go. And of course, if we had Snarl on this right now, it would be doing more damage to that Slowking. But right now, it's just Poison Jab until we switch it. But then, yeah, his Slowking thing. So we do go ahead and take that game. So a game that we do win, a game that we do win. And let's jump ahead into another battle. Keep those suggestions coming on Pokemon you want me to use, guys. A lot of you had been suggesting Pokemon, and I've used some of them. Going to be using more of them in like tomorrow's video and whatnot, and so on and so forth. Definitely want to try out more Pokemon for this cup, but yeah, this cup is a really interesting cup, isn't it? I mean, I'm enjoying it so far. We have a lot of Twilight Pokemon again. He's Toxicroak. Using that Mud Bomb on Drapion. Of course, he's going to block it. That's the only thing that's super effective against Drapion, against Alolan Muck, and against Skunk Tank is ground moves. So, you know, you could have used Metagross with Earthquake. That's an option for you as well. And I do have a Metagross, so I might give it a secondary move. We'll see. But, yeah, anyway, this battle is almost over. He does crunch me and knock out my Pokemon, but that is okay because we bring in Skunk Tank. We actually do go ahead and clean up the game. So another game that we do take, but some of these games are close. Some of them go one-sided. Some of them are really close. So he begins with Bronzong, a Pokemon. That's another one I do want to use, and I believe that is going to be pretty good. And I do use my Drapion right now, switching into Skunk Tank, and he is going to go ahead and use Heavy Slam. I do have that Flamethrower, so I'm going to use the Flamethrower right now. He goes ahead and blocks that. And that is okay because I'm going to go ahead and block his move because I knew I would be able to get off another flamethrower, and he was actually close, guys. But I do go ahead and get off that flamethrower. He goes and blocks that, of course, and that's fine. Knocking out my Skunk Tank. I'm going to bring in Drapion, blocking his Heavy Slam, and doing a good amount of damage using Crunch right now. And that's going to be the end of Bronzong. He switches into Skunk Tank. Aqua Tail doesn't do the most damage in the world, but it does charge up fast, so that's good as well. Wasn't able to get off another Aqua Tail before he gets off a Flamethrower, but he didn't knock me out, so we do go ahead and get off an Aqua Tail right there. So that was definitely good for us. We bring in a Alolan Muk, trying to finish him off with Poison Jab. He does get off his Flamethrower, which is unfortunate for us because it does a lot of damage, guys. That Flamethrower from Skunk Tank does a lot of damage. But we use Dark Pulse right now against this Slowking. And Slowking, interesting Pokemon. I mean, I don't really like its charge moves, right? You know. But that's okay. We do go ahead and knock out Slowking. Slowbro is a Pokemon that I do want to use and do want to try. Yeah, but anyway, we do go ahead and take that game. So, beginning with Drapion, and he does begin with his shiny Umbreon. This is one doesn't have Last Resort as well. He doesn't have a Last Resort Umbreon either. We do go ahead and use Aqua Tail, not doing a lot of damage, but as I've mentioned, Aqua Tail does charge up fast, so that's okay. You know, we have another Aqua Tail ready to go, so we'll keep on chipping away at his health, and yeah, so we could whittle it down, right? I hope I get an Umbreon with Last Resort for the Great League, though. I definitely want to use it. But right now, we do go ahead and use that Aqua Tail. And see, he's already almost fainted. We got several Aqua Tails off in a row. So, really powerful Pokemon. We switched into Hypno. That was a complete mistake on my end, guys. I immediately switched to Toxicroak. That was a misclick. It wasn't a mistake. It was just a misclick. You know, I didn't mean to click on Hypno. That was total mistake on my end, and I thought that was going to cost me the game, but we do go ahead and use Shadow Ball right now on this Pokemon. He's going to go ahead and block that. We have a shield, so we're going to go ahead and block that Fire Blast, which would have done a lot of damage to us. Actually, it probably would have knocked us out. He brings in his Hitmonchan. Using Shadow Ball against it, he's going to go ahead and block it. We're just going to keep on smacking him around a little bit with Confusion, right? So doing a good amount of damage. We do go ahead and knock out his Hitmonchan, and we do get a Shadow Ball off on Slowking. So despite the huge misclick, we actually do go ahead and take that game. So I can't believe I won that game. That was a huge... It was just a it wasn't even a mistake. It was just a misclick, you know. Sometimes there's mistakes and sometimes you don't mean to do it, but you accidentally click on the... You know what I'm saying? But right now we're using a Alolan Muk, and this is when we switched to Snarl and also... the Acid Spray, just to see how it works. He went and used Avalanche, did a lot of damage. I actually thought it knocked me out. It didn't. Guess I should have blocked it, but that is okay. We're going to bring in Skunk Tank. His defense is lowered, so that's good for us. So, answer my question, guys. If he switches out and he brings it back in, does the defense stay lowered? I'm not too sure about that. Let me know in the comments down below. So, I should look into that, because if it does, then obviously it's better than, I think. But, anyway, Alolan Raichu, another Pokemon I want to try out. We do get off that Sludge Bomb, knocking it out. He brings in Executor, so trying to get to that Flamethrower, not able to do it, so he does get off Seed Bomb, knocking me out. Actually, he doesn't knock me out, excuse me. I'm surprised I survived that. But we do go ahead and take him out. I believe we had that game regardless because we had a Pokemon in the back, but we do go ahead and take that game. And we're going to go ahead and jump into the last battle. And this was really strange. I don't know what was going on. There was some sort of glitch or something. I couldn't see the screen on my end. Total white, and now he's just like attacking me. I can't do anything. But that's okay. Eventually it starts back up, I guess. So I guess it didn't really make a big of a deal. He probably got a couple extra shots on me, but it's not really a big deal. So we use Acid Spray on him, lowering his defense. Switching out to Skunk Tank. He uses his move, and I'm not going to block that Hyper Beam. And that's going to knock out Skunk Tank. I should have blocked that Hyper Beam. It's like, is he going to bait me or not? I don't really know. So it's like... I guess I shouldn't have taken the chance. I should have blocked it anyway, I guess. Even if it was Crunch, even if I thought it was Crunch. But we're going to block that Crunch and just go into down. down on that Alolan Raticate, blocking that crunch again, and we're gonna go ahead and try and knock it out, and we do go ahead and knock it out. So we have Acid Spray and Dark Pulse charged up, trying to lower his defense on Hitmonchan, and it actually does work. So we bring in our final Pokemon, smacking him around as usual with Hypno. He gets off Fire Punch, not doing a lot of damage. So now he brings in his final Pokemon, which is going to be Chimecho. Some of you had recommended you wanted Chimecho, so I'm just charging up Shadow Ball, and we actually got it charged up, but I couldn't get to it, and he knocks me out. So that's going to be it for this video, guys. I'll see you in the next one with some new Pokemon. Thank you so much for watching my latest video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and don't forget to follow me on Twitter. If you like this video, click on one of the links to check out another one of my videos that you'll probably enjoy.